I think the royal family gave her so many opportunities. They gave her staff, they gave her a house, they paid for her wedding, they gave her, patronages. They gave her the Commonwealth Trust. She was made, trying to remember her title, but she was like an ambassador for the Commonwealth Trust. She had all these opportunities. She was given so much to succeed, and we were told that 5 a.m. emails, that she was, busy. These are experienced staff working for the royal household. They've seen it all. A 5 a.m. email isn't the worst thing that they've ever seen. These are experienced, proper aides that know how to operate with difficult people. And I think they gave her absolutely everything. I don't think they could have given her any more. But at the end of the day, she just didn't fancy it. She just didn't want it.
I appreciate that.
His question was whether the royal family, whether the royal household had helped her enough. I think they gave her more than enough help.
But I think that more time, she should have taken more time, and Harry should have encouraged her to take more time to see, is this for me? And it was a very bad fit in the end.
Yeah. We agree on that bit.
We agree to disagree, okay.
Wherever you go, this one first?
Yeah.
Sorry, I should point for you, shouldn't I? Yeah, sorry.
This isn't a question. Can I tell you a story?
Yes, of course.
First of all, you have a wonderful smile.
Thank you.
And Arthur's, yours isn't too bad.
What I mean?
How about Matt? Oh, yeah.
He's not on the panel. I had the honour of being invited to the Queen's 75th birthday party. And I turn up, there's 230 celebrities there, and me. And the major domo was trying to make himself heard to call people in for dinner. So I said, do you want me to do it? So he's, oh yes please, oh yes please. So I stood up and I said, my lords, ladies and gentlemen, would you please, blah, 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 blah. And as soon as I'd said it, and the Queen started to come forward, I thought, Christ, I didn't mention her. So as she came past, I said, I'm sorry, ma'am, I forgot you. And she just looked at me and said, everybody does.
Thank you.
Oh, well done.
Well done. That's a good.
This lady here, maybe? I'm losing count, sorry.
Jenny, this isn't a question either, but it is to you. Earlier on, you said that Prince Charles, the King, being the father, should have said, I'm the parent, then, we should sort it out. Meghan is exactly the same. Her parent has tried and tried and tried, and she's not having none of it. Arthur, I think me and you agree. I think we're on the same page here. What's the common denominator?
It is, yeah, Meghan.
No, I get that, but I still think that Charles, and I think he does, have his arms figuratively open to Harry, not unconditionally and not unforgivingly, but would like to establish, I think, a relationship with his younger son. Meghan, I don't know why. It's very odd that she is totally estranged from almost everyone in her family except her mother, and I think one cousin that we know about. And now she has estranged Harry from his. I mean, it's tragic, I think.
Well,
Who's next? Is it this lady there?
What are your fondest memories of our dear late Queen?
Oh, what a magnificent woman. Magnificent woman. I remember, I've covered the Queen for 40 years, and I really did. When you went a job with the Queen, you waited for her to smile, because at some stage she would really smile. There's a picture there of her smiling there. And when she did that, it was just one that you always got a great picture, because she's just, as I say, she just lit up. And I remember once someone saying, when the Queen smiles, the whole world looks great. But, she was a magnificent way she operated the same way. You remember Jenny always turned up on time, always politely shake the Lord Mayor's hand. She'd walk in and she'd talk to people. And I remember we went to Washington once, and she was going into this project, and there was this lady, Alice Fraser.
Meghan Markle's decision to step back from royal life was not a whim. It was a carefully considered choice, born from challenges and disappointments. The narrative that she simply didn't fancy royal life is simplistic and unfair. Imagine leaving behind your career, home and country. Meghan did this for love and a new life. Reducing her journey to a dislike of royal duties ignores her sacrifices. Meghan was a successful actress and UN advocate. Her decision speaks volumes about her struggles within the institution. It's time to move past the shallow narrative and understand the real reasons behind Meghan's choice. From the moment her relationship with Prince Harry became public, Meghan Markle faced a relentless barrage of negative press. The British tabloids seemed to relish in painting her in a negative light. Every action was scrutinised, every word twisted. The Sun's royal editor fueled this fire with thinly veiled racist and classist undertones. Meghan's biracial heritage and American upbringing were fair game for attacks. This was a calculated assault on her character and family. The impact of this negativity cannot be overstated. Imagine being bombarded daily with hateful comments and lies. This was Meghan's reality, a reality no one deserves. The toll on her mental health was undeniable. The royal family seemed ill-equipped to shield her from this onslaught. The silence from within the palace walls was deafening. In the early days of her royal life, Meghan's presence was met with a wave of optimism. Her warmth, her charisma, her genuine desire to connect with people resonated with many. She was praised for her eloquence, her work ethic, and her commitment to social causes. World leaders and prominent figures spoke highly of her, recognizing her as a valuable asset to the royal family. However, behind the smiles and the carefully curated public appearances, cracks were beginning to show. The relentless media scrutiny, the constant criticism, and the lack of support from the institution began to take their toll. Meghan, despite her best efforts, was struggling to adapt to the suffocating constraints of royal life. The fairy tale narrative, so carefully constructed by the media, was crumbling, revealing a darker truth beneath. The institution, steeped in tradition and protocol, seemed unable or unwilling to adapt to the needs of this modern woman. The stage was set for a dramatic confrontation, a clash between the old and the new, between expectation and reality. Section 4. The institution's legacy, a pattern of neglect. To understand Meghan's struggles, we must examine the royal institution's history. This is not an institution known for its empathy or its ability to protect its own. Princess Diana's tragic story serves as a stark reminder of the institution's failings. Like Meghan, Diana was a young, vibrant woman who was met with overwhelming media attention and public scrutiny. Like Meghan, she struggled to find her footing within the confines of royal life. And like Meghan, she was met with indifference and a lack of support from the very institution that should have protected her. The parallels between Diana's experiences and Meghan's are impossible to ignore. They highlight a deeply ingrained pattern of neglect, a failure to learn from past mistakes. The institution's treatment of these two women raises serious questions about its ability to change, to evolve, to embrace modernity. It suggests an unwillingness to confront its own shortcomings, to acknowledge the damaging impact of its actions. Section 5. The Duchess speaks, a cry for help, ignored. In a moment of raw honesty that sent shockwaves around the world, Meghan Markle revealed her struggles with mental health. She spoke candidly about the crippling pressure, the relentless negativity, and the overwhelming sense of isolation she experienced. It was a heartbreaking admission, a desperate cry for help from a woman pushed to her breaking point. What followed was even more telling. Instead of being met with compassion and support, Meghan's pleas were met with skepticism and silence. The institution, so quick to control the narrative, seemed to have no answers, no solutions, no words of comfort for a woman in pain. This deafening silence spoke volumes about the institution's priorities. It revealed a callous disregard for mental health, a shocking lack of empathy for one of its own. Meghan's revelations shattered the carefully crafted facade of royal perfection. It exposed the institution's inability to protect its members, to offer them the support they so desperately needed. Section 6. A choice for freedom, not against royalty. Meghan Markle's decision to step back from royal life was not a rejection of the Queen, nor was it a dismissal of royal duty. It was a courageous act of self-preservation, a decision made for her own well-being and that of her family. The narrative that she didn't fancy it is not only reductive, but deeply disrespectful to the very real challenges she faced. The relentless media harassment, the lack of institutional support, and the constant scrutiny took a toll on her mental health. Meghan's story is not one of privilege and luxury, but one of resilience and survival. It's a testament to the power of speaking one's truth, even in the face of immense pressure. The ongoing media obsession with Meghan, even after her departure, proves her significance. It underscores the fact that she and Harry were right to break free from the constraints of an outdated institution. Their decision was not a rejection of royalty, but a step towards a healthier, more authentic life.